Scott, what's the latest today in terms of what you guys were able to accomplish at practice?
Uh, Basically the same as yesterday. We had eight players, and then Russell did more of practice than he did a little bit yesterday, and then also Raul strained his left groin during practice. So hopefully that's not too serious, but he didn't participate the last half of practice.
And Russ, he did a little bit more. What's the status there as you guys look ahead to Sunday?
Don't know. It's day to day. He's been ramping up the last 4 or 5 days. It looks good, but it's still some time before we have to make that decision. But I don't know. As of right now, I do not know. But like I said, he's looking. He's getting better every day. You could see he's getting his legs under him, and he did a little bit more today than yesterday, which is a great sign. It's progressing and it's moving in the right direction.
Fred.
Scott, do you anticipate that Sunday's game is going to happen?
I anticipate and I hope so. We want to play. I mean, there's no way we could have played tonight. It would have been very, very difficult. I mean, let's face it, we're behind the 8 ball already. But like I told all the guys, what we're going through is really just a little bit of a setback in the real life things that we all have to face. All of us got here with tougher circumstances. It's not ideal that we have to go to San Antonio and play with a lot of our guys. Our rotation guys won't be able to play, but we want to play. We want to get there. If we have enough, and hopefully, we will, and we'll play. I mean, we want to, like I said, it will be 2 weeks, and I know conditioning is going to be, it's going to take some time, but we're going to have to fight through this together, and hopefully come away with a few wins along the way until we get everybody back and everybody back into NBA game shape.
And Scott, a report this morning that you guys signed Alex Len. Beyond the fact that you just literally need bodies and big men right now, what does he bring you?
Well, as of this point, I can't talk about potential players that we can sign. I haven't talked to Tommy in the last couple hours because of practice. Without saying names, we need bodies. Let's face it, we need bodies. It's hard to practice without them. It's even harder to play in the games without them. So we need bodies, and Tommy and his staff has been searching and figuring out how we can keep this team moving in the right direction under these circumstances. And I think we're going to be in a pretty good place come Sunday. I'm excited about the challenge. I'm excited about where we are. I mean, we've lost some games that we wish we would have had, but we have plenty of time to make up. And the last 2 practices give me hope, man. We are competing. Our chemistry is amazing. We definitely need some time together, and we need everybody back. And like I said before, we're going to get everybody back soon. I just don't know when.
Ava?
Scott, with that being said, what were you guys able to focus on in practice today? And have you been able to are you still, I guess, in the area where you're assessing guys' conditioning and working on that stuff?
Yeah, I mean, to be really direct, it was basically the last couple of days, it's just been conditioning practices. The technical stuff, the stuff that we wish we can get together, it's hard to do when you don't have enough bodies. And I love my coaches, but there's some crappy players, and they're out of shape. But we have to use them. We have to use them just to get by. But I think what we got accomplished is that we got some good conditioning in the last you know, 2 days, even the first day, that was more almost like a therapy session because we all needed it. We all needed to be together. But I think the last 2 days, I can say this, we haven't added anything, but that wasn't the goal. The goal was just to get guys through it. And this was interesting. Like after practice today, I thought they did a good job of really running and pushing each other with no subs. And normally we don't even take entire team water breaks. We usually split it up and get the other half of the guys on the court doing things. In the last couple of days, we need a water break. And then after practice, you know, our leaders said, you know, we need some extra conditioning. This is probably the first time, and I don't remember ever doing it as a coach, but we used to do an old school workout. We did 17s. We did a 17 in under a minute. The whole group, coaches, players, you know, side 50, you know, the side to side, 17 times under a minute. And everybody, the whole building did it, which was pretty cool to see. And good thing I count by threes.
I was gonna say, how you feeling?
Took me a while to get over here, but good thing I'm here. I'll be able to come to work tomorrow. But it was good. It was great to see. You know, our leaders are. When you have times like this, you need good leadership, and you need guys to continue to move the team and talk to our guys, because this is first time ever, and I hope this never happens again to any team. To miss this many games and be away from your team for 9 days. And, you know, knock on wood that this is the last season of this type of circumstances. Next year, it could be a regular NBA season for all 30 teams.
Neil?
Hey, Scott, you've had 6 guys that have, you know, been testing positive anywhere from 7 to 10 days now. You know, the league has the mandated 10 to 14 days. Has the league told you guys exactly when and what day those guys can come back with anything, or is that all still up in the air?
No, I think it's all still, it's not really like up in the air. It's not their decision, not our decision. It's the protocol, you know, the testing, everything you have to, you know, continue to progress in the right direction on all the testing. And then you have to do, I don't know exactly what it is, but something to do with the conditioning test or your heart test and stuff like that before you can be deemed to be ready to join the team. So they have to do all that. I don't know when that's going to be. I don't know if it's going to be 5 days, 10 days, or whatever. And then it's going to be time to, you know, get it conditioned. Look what we had to do. I mean, I saw firsthand with our guys who have been, you know, testing negative, but just missing 9 days, and it's taken them some time. You know, we needed every bit of these last 2 days, and then tomorrow before we play, you know, in San Antonio. I can imagine the other guys just being just watching other teams or other players. It's taken them some time once they do get back. So that still remains to be seen. I don't know. I really don't know when.
Do you know if they are still being tested daily, and if anybody has started their, you know, the requirement of 6 consecutive negative tests?
Now, I don't know. I know they're still being tested like we all are. We're tested twice a day, once in the morning before practice, and then we have to come back here at night later evening. And that's a pain in the butt in itself, but we have to do it. But everybody's doing it. But I don't know as of this moment if they started. And I really don't know what it is. I just talked to Danny and he's lets me know. I got a lot of things on my plate, and he'll let me know when the guys can come back. And I'm sure it's going to be staggered. Not everybody's going to come back at the same time, and some guys are going to come back probably quicker just from the conditioning standpoint.
Ava?
Scott, could you speak a little bit to the challenge some of the younger, less experienced guys like Cassius or Anthony Gill are going to have whenever you guys do come back, not just from the conditioning standpoint of just kind of being thrown in and being expected to carry a heavier load than they have before?
Yeah, it's actually exciting to see. I'm looking forward to seeing how they play, because they're right as of right now, unless things change in the next 48 hours, they're going to have to play some good minutes. And I'm kind of, I'm probably how they feel. The Butterflies, I feel the same way. I like what they've been doing. I like the work that they've been putting in, but it's different when you put it in an NBA game against NBA players. So that's our opponents. But it's going to be great to see. I'm looking forward to and helping them play well, and I think they will. Cassius is a great shooter. I mean, that I don't say that about anybody. That guy knocks shots down. I mean, he's a lot to learn, like every rookie, especially that position. That's a tough position to the backup point guard. And as of right now, he's the third point guard or fourth point guard on our team when we have Ish and Raul and everybody back. But they're going to have to play, and I'm looking forward to seeing them play well.
All right, we'll finish up with Chase.
Scott, when players are done with protocol or quarantine, do you expect them to kind of come back one by one or in waves or all at once? I know there was discussion of like kind of backdating when the timeline started for each player. Are they all on the same timeline, or should we expect it to kind of be, one by one or something like that?
Yeah, I mean, it's gonna, I mean, I'm guessing, total guessing. It's a very low educated guess on my behalf that it's going to be staggered. I mean, in my own little calendar, I've been doing it myself. Okay, who's the first two that went out? Who's after that? And I'm just trying to, put the days together, and I still don't really know. And none of us really do know, but if, my guess are not all going to come back the same day. It's probably going to be one or two at a time, and then probably going to be some days in between each group of guys or each player. That's going to be a challenge in itself, but the most important thing, you want everybody healthy. Talking to the guys, they're all feeling pretty good, but now it has to go through its course, and then they come back. But that's the number one thing. They're all feeling much better. They're feeling good. They miss being around the team. They want to be here. But we know we have to do what's right for everybody, and we will. But when they come back, we're all gonna love them, because we need them, we miss them, and we need this. We need everybody for our team to be successful going forward.
All right, thanks, Coach.
All right, guys, be safe.
Hey, Raul, just off the bat, Scott mentioned just now you've been dealing with a groin thing. Where are you at with that right now?
I mean, it just happened on practice. I just felt a little tweak and had to get out, but we see how I feel tomorrow. I think I'll be fine. It's not a big deal.
And what have these last, whatever it's been, I guess 2 weeks been like for you, and how important has it been to just be able to get back your conditioning after such a long layoff?
I mean, it's been crazy. I think everything happened so fast. We play a game, and then that same night we got somebody tested positive, so we had to cancel a game, and it felt like we were back in March last year. Not knowing what was going to happen, if we're going to be able to practice, to play games. But it's been great to be back, and I think I had 3 days working, just me and a coach. Some guys were doing just at home, but the last 2 days being able to practice and run our plays and get back to the grind, I think it's been good.
Chase.
Hey, Raul, as you had obviously these days off without games, as you took a step back from this season, did anything crystallize for you as far as what you guys have done well or what you guys need to improve on once you return to playing games?
I think so. I think it gave us a lot of time to reflect and kind of see things that we have to get better, things we've done good. Coaches try to send us couple videos from the last 2-3 games we played. We did a lot of good things. I think the game against Phoenix was was great. You know, not only for the win, but I think the way we played, the way we defend, and I mean, it's not great that we had to stop right after that game. I think we are finding our way and finding our like the way we have to defend and play. But I think it gave us time to reflect, and hopefully we'll be back in the same with the same mentality and playing the same way we did against Phoenix.
And Coach Brooks said that in that game, he installed a little bit more structure to the offense, trying to cut down on turnovers, and that would help you guys in transition defense. What can you say about that adjustment that you guys have made and are trying to make moving forward?
Yeah, he talked to us about playing with, I mean, still playing with pace, but taking care of the ball and not uh, running too much. I think we are sometimes going crazy and down and back, and having 2, 3 turnovers in a row. And he start calling plays and trying to put everybody in their spot and find the things that we're looking for on offense. And I mean, it seems to help, helped a little bit. And I think taking better shots on offense, it's going to give us a better chance to defend. Sometimes you take a bad shot or you get a turnover, and that's an easy bucket on the other way. So I think that was good for our team. Like I say, we're still trying to figure out the way we play and how to take care of the ball, what options we have to explore on offense, and I think that was actually good for us.
Ava?
Hey, Raul, you guys are obviously pretty thin at point guard with Russell not back and practicing fully. I'm wondering if you've had conversations with Cassius just about kind of all the things he's going to have to do to be ready to play and probably shoulder more significant minutes when you guys do finally get back to playing.
I mean, he's a rookie that he's very smart, and I think he knows what he got to do. Of course, we talk about some details in practice. I think nobody has to tell him he needs to be ready. I think he knows what's going on. I think he knows that there's a big chance he's gonna have to be out there and playing, and I think he been showing that he's ready. Not only on practice, but every time preseason and the minutes he played, even during the season, that wasn't much. I think he showed that he's ready. But yeah, I think Russ and Brad mostly like to take him and tell him a little detail or something he got to do better, or just to get him ready. But he knows where he at, and he knows that he got to be ready.
Anyone else? Going once, going twice. All right, Raul, I think that's it.